Hi everybody and welcome back to a new video. As you can tell, this is going to be my first video in English. I'm a bit excited about it, to be honest, but I think it'll be fine. This video has got a reason why it's going to be in English, and that's because it's a bit of a weird period of time at the moment. Many au pairs are coming new to New Zealand, many au pairs are leaving, so it's a bit of a transition phase, and I wanted to make that video for every au pair, not just from Germany. So that's why it's in English, so everybody can understand it, and I hope I can give you some inspiration and new ideas. This video is going to be about healthy lunchboxes and how to create a nice lunch for your host children. If you're not an au pair and you're watching that video, don't worry, everybody needs food and healthy food. So you can also get some inspiration and ideas out of this video. I have divided this video in 3 different parts. First of all, I'm going to give you some tips and information about healthy food and lunchboxes. Second of all, I have got 3 ideas of lunchboxes that I'm making for my children. And finally, I've got a really yummy recipe for you that you can easily make, and it's a treat, a healthy treat. And it's easy to put into lunchboxes, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. My au pair organisation, Au Pair Link, lately distributes some information sheets about healthy lunchboxes and how to make eating fun for your host children. I've got all my information from the organisation Heart Foundation and Fueled for Life from those sheets. First of all, it is important that you give your children healthy food so they're able to learn and to grow. You can divide your food into 4 different groups. The first one is vegetables and fruit, so for example banana, apple, kiwi fruit, cucumber, tomatoes, and so on. The second one is milk and milk products, so just plain milk, plain yogurt, custard, cottage cheese, normal cheese, all that kind of stuff. The third one is cereal and bread, so for example sandwiches, wraps, pizza, popcorn, this kind of stuff. And the last one is meat and meat alternatives, so pork, beef, tuna or eggs, for example. When I'm making lunchboxes, I'm trying to combine one of those items from each group in the lunchbox so that I've got a balanced and healthy food combination every day. I think it is important to say that healthy doesn't mean sugar-free, in my point of view. So my children do get a treat every day, which can be baking or a muesli bar, a cookie, whatsoever. I think it's important, it's just about keeping it balanced and not just unhealthy, not just healthy, just finding a balance. Also, I try to avoid giving them sugar drinks and juice, for example. Just a bottle of water will do, and it will help them staying focused and concentrated at school. The second tip I can give you is a way to reduce waste, and I'm a big fan of that. So instead of throwing dinner away that hasn't been eaten at night time, you can keep it in little containers overnight in the fridge and just use it in your lunchboxes the next morning. That will help your children being aware of the environment and not just throwing the food away, and also basically so keep eating the food and not throwing it out for no reason. Finally, I can really recommend not using Glad wrap every day to wrap your sandwiches. So what I do is, for example, I'm using those little containers. They exist in every colour and every shape, and they easily fit into your lunchboxes. So you can either use those containers to fill in little things, or, and I love those are little beeswax food wraps, and they're 100% recyclable and reusable. So what you do, instead of wrapping your sandwich or your wrap or whatever in Glad wrap, you just put it in there and you fold it, and it'll keep the food fresh and nice, and it won't go soggy either. Same effect in Glad wrap. It's just reusable, and it's a great way of helping the environment and not just using a lot of tons of plastic in your lunchboxes. I really need to get those when I'm back in Germany. I haven't had them. My host mum just bought them lately and I love them so much. You can also just put fruit in there and put it in the fridge. It's super easy and 100% reusable. So you just wipe it with a cloth and it'll be clean and you can just reuse it. It's just amazing. I will now show you 3 lunchbox ideas that I like to make for my house children, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. So normally I would have 3 lunchboxes to make, one for each host child, but I'm going to start now with showing you an easy way of using leftovers from last night. My host mum bought those hot food containers for this, and the only thing you need to do is boil the kettle, so you need to put boiled water in there, leave that for 15 minutes and heat the food up, and then you're just going to put the hot food into the containers and it'll stay warm approximately 5 or 7 hours, I guess. A second idea for breads and cereal could be making your own hamburger. So today I used a fish patty that we had left and also lettuce, tomato sauce and burger sauce. You can also put some cheese on there, for example, or tomato, cucumber. There's no limit. And then what's special about this one is that instead of using Glad wrap, I used the beeswax Glad wrap that I showed you before, and it's super handy and so cool. So now I'm showing you how to wrap it up. And it's really super easy and good for the environment as well. The last idea for breads and cereal could be to make a wrap. So today I used tortilla wraps, cheese, avocado, some rice or bulgur was it? That was a leftover from yesterday too. You can also put some tuna in your wrap or ham, for example, sour cream and lettuce. And I also used a tiny carrot. Personally, I love melted cheese, so what I did is I put the wrap and the cheese into the microwave for like 30 seconds maximum, and that made the cheese melt. Then I grated the carrot and heated up the rice as well, and just put everything on the wrap. Here again you can also add some tuna or ham. I made mine vegetarian today, but feel free to use some meat if you feel like it. And then here again I used the beeswax wrap to wrap my wrap up. It was a bit sticky and saucy in the end, but that's okay, it still tasted amazing. When it comes to fruit and vegetables, my host children really like kiwi fruit, for example, that I like to wrap up in the beeswax wraps. Apple is a great fruit to put in lunchboxes. Mandarin and banana is also great. Also carrot sticks and broccoli. I know broccoli is not the vegetable that every child likes, but my little one loves it, and I'm very happy about that because broccoli is very healthy and good for her. If it comes to snacks or treats for morning tea, I like to put crackers in lunchboxes or raisins and those little muesli bars. Sometimes I also use dry cereal that I put in little containers. My host children really like that. It's just supposed to be a little snack, so just talk to your host children or the host parents and check what they would like to have. What I really recommend though is not using Glad wrap or any plastic materials. Put the little items in containers that fit easily in the lunchboxes, and that will help reducing waste. So yeah, here we go. We've got everything we need. We've got vegetables and fruit, milk and milk products, bread and cereal, lean meat and meat alternative. I think my lunchboxes look very colourful and very yummy, and I hope my host children are going to enjoy it. And number 2. Oh, and I almost forgot. Obviously they need a drink. I give them water every day, which is the best drink they can get. Avoid giving them sugared drinks like juice, for example. That's very bad for their teeth and will not help them staying concentrated all day. And here comes the recipe. This is so super easy. You just need 3 ingredients. That is cocoa powder, coconut oil, and cornflakes. And what you do, you melt the coconut oil in a pot, add the cocoa powder and mix it all together. And then you stir it into the cornflakes, mix it all together with the cornflakes. And you put it on an oven trail with baking paper, form little balls, but you will notice that they might fall apart easily because they're not quite sticky yet. So yeah, just try to make little heaps, small heaps or piles. Okay, I used aluminium foil today because we didn't have any baking powder left, but you're welcome to use baking powder, or also the best case is reusable baking paper, of course. Once you've done that, you just put them in the fridge for about 2 or 3 hours until they're nice and crunchy and until the coconut oil is hard again. And the coconut oil being hard will help the crisps to stay together. And then you've got your healthy snack, which is so yummy. That was a video about healthy lunchboxes. I hope you could get some information out of it and get inspired for new things that you can try. I think it is important to talk to your host family about what the children eat and what they can't eat. Another thing that is important to keep in mind is that little children might not be able to eat every food you can give. For example, they might not be able to eat popcorn or cocktail tomatoes because it might get stuck in their throat. So just talk to your host parents and ask them again. Communication is everything. For every new au pair that is coming to New Zealand or to a foreign country, I hope that this year is going to be the most amazing year of your life. Make it a good one. I wish you all the best. I know it can be hard sometimes, especially at the beginning. Don't get frustrated and don't get disappointed. Things will work out. If you don't want to miss any new video, click on the subscribe button. That's a difficult word. Subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you next time. Bye!